to a new video. As you can notice, this is another mapping video, but this is not my Bradian map. In fact, I decided to take a little break from the Bradian series as I am about to release episode 3 tomorrow as of recording this video, and I decided to take a break. Now, unlike the Bradian series, I'm not coming up with this as I go. I've been working on this on the paper map since 4th grade, and I'm in 7th grade, so, or I'm actually 8th grade technically, in some, but, technically, I've been working on this for nearly 4 years, and I'm trying to find a kid. And basically, I have this all written down on a paper copy, and that paper copy is, I made it yesterday, because there's been multiple paper copies, there's been like 30 probably. I have this one which I used for like a year and a half straight, then it got ripped up, and I had to redraw it on another thing, and the shape of the map basically changes every time. Now, this is the continent of Oreland. You can see here, this is the mainland continent here, and these aren't countries, these are all microstates. So basically, the microstates they're just kind of here, as they all have one recognized government here in this area called Zatria, and Zatria is, oh god, it's basically like the meeting place of everything, right? And at this point, these islands over here, like this island, this island up here, these islands out here, they're yet to actually be discovered. But they won't be long before they are. As you can see here, you can't see it right this second, but you will be actually being able to see my color selection soon. So first, let's go through all the microstates. This one right here. Here, hold on. Let me go on my paintbrush. This one right here. This one is known as Zacararia. Very similar to the name Zatria, but it's just Zacararia. This one is known as Typhur, and Typhur was the second state established. Basically, it went from here to over here, and as you can see, the longer they went on, the bigger they were. Now let's just go ahead and head on to some countries that are a little more important. This one right here, or not right now, but for the future. This one is the Nomen Peninsula, or just Nome. This one, this little like microstate right here, is called Norse Rin, and they are very important for the future. Now, and this one right here, this kind of the smallest one out of the three, but that's only for now. It's called Norse, and I actually came up with that name before knowing about Norse mythology, so that's cool. This one right here, this one is called Camden. And Camden is basically just a way to keep the Norse states from was basically set up to keep the Norse states away from the Oreland, the Orist states. I forgot the name of it for a second, but basically this takes place on Earth. This is just a made up continent, This continent's in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and yes, we are ignoring the climate that would be caused in South India or in South Asia by a continent being in the Indian Ocean. So we're just going to ignore that entire thing. Same thing with Australia and all the other areas that would be affected horribly by this even being here in the first place. So, yeah, that's just a fair warning, because the British are about to come in and be an important plot device. This area over here, this one is known as Stradington. Now, you can tell very easily that so, when I said that I had a lot of this planned out, the only names I knew for sure of what they were called was Zacararia, Norserin, and Nome, as well as Zatria here. Those are the only ones I could actually remember. But don't worry. Next one we're gonna go over. We're gonna go ahead and skip this one, which is the largest out of any of them. We're gonna go ahead and go to this one right here, and that one is called Kra. I also have that one planned out. Now Kra is named after the region, and as you can see later on in the series, which will be probably multiple hundreds of videos long, it is like very, very fought over due to its large gold consumption, or large gold levels. This one over here, this one is called Bandia, which is also a pre-designed name, so I actually had a couple of them. I was kind of like deciding them when I get to them, as I'm just naming their region. Kra has always been named. I just did this, and I decided to name Bandia after something that's gonna come back later. So this one over here, like I mean real later. That one over there, I'm just say that's coastline because I don't have how do they know it was the coast? Because they saw a coast there. Okay, I believe we've gotten these down. All these we've already like made sure I've already gone over. Now time for this one. This one is known as, oh yeah, some of these do have names of certain countries, or certain stuff I've seen on the internet. Like this one right here, this country that will come into play later on. I forgot that island right here. There. Okay. Yeah. Circle up. Okay. Yeah. That's called Mazalia, named after smallish beans Mazalia. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I messed up here. Because when I circled it, I didn't think I could. Also, this part over here is called Floweronia after something my cousin and I made up. It will become very important. So important that later on it's probably going to get us on map. But it's just for one conflict. So, yeah. Don't get too excited over Floweronia. I know exactly what's going to happen with at least the next 3,000 years. Okay, so this right here, this little area, this, I'm going to just call it, Harrington, or Harrisburg, yep. This one is called, oh, that's Prague, okay. This one, called Zacher. This is gonna be, Zakel, which will later become a very popular name in Zatria, specifically this like region over here. This will be called Williamsland. I doubt we'll actually get to any like the actual war today, but we could. So, because remember, only 15 minutes per video. And yeah, now all we really have to do is just kind of just do this. Get rid of this here. Oh, why can't you just press the back button? Because I have drawn stuff that I can't get rid of while doing this, which is kind of stupid of me. But I should probably just have waited to get rid of all Floweronia. Something I forgot to do afterwards I finished. But, you know. Oh, that especially is going to be a pain. So that's basically the setup of it, and yeah, honestly, this video is probably just me explaining the lore of the entire thing. Also, if y'all want to know what I am using to make these maps, it is paint.net, a very, very valuable and cool like painting service, and it helps a lot with these videos. And yes, there is this thing where it kind of glitches out sometimes, or it doesn't glitch, it's a purposeful feature. Like, it'll, like, every time you'll draw, it'll add lines, and there's, like, this little icon, there's, like, right next to solid color. No, I can't. Oh, God. I just erased someone. That's, okay, but, like, I'll just do a tutorial for But yeah. So why does this place? Why are they all here? Why do the British want to kill them? And what's going on? Okay, so as you have noticed that there are certain there are certain areas that have very specific names, and why is that? You may be asking. It's because, frankly, I decided it that way, like 3 years ago. Okay, so the entire reason they even moved here and found this continent. You know how Columbus had the reason for it to be spices and all that? Yeah, this was frankly just because religion, kind of like how the Pilgrims did it. Also, anybody else when they were younger think that the Pilgrims discovered America originally? Like, or is that just me? Until they actually learned the truth. The truth is often disappointing. Get black? Did I get black? I did not get black this time? I got black, chat. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna just be fixing these lights while I explain this. There are multiple types of this religion per se, and the religion is called Orism, not orgasm, Orism. You freaking pervert. So basically, what happened, or not what happened, but basically the religion follows, like, they worship these ores. These gods called the ores. Also, there are no rivers or anything on this map, because history is already made up, and I cannot reverse it, and I will not be changing it because of rivers and geography. So, I'm going to do this change like every 5 seconds anyways, but I don't want to change it, because there is some stuff that doesn't change and will never, ever, ever change. So, there are 3 branches, right? There's Zatrian. Well, first off, let's just go in order of popularity. First off, there's Blaskin Orism, which is like, they worship Delephant, who is... I'll make a separate video, like, explaining all of the Orist religions, but, or like, explaining, going into depth of them, like their stories and all that. I want to flesh this out greatly, because I've been wanting to make this into a YouTube series for years. Second, most popular, hold on. Oh, I can just do this. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna give you all this. First most popular, Alaskan. Sucks, I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Never mind. But the first most popular is Alaskan, of course. Second most popular, or not third. Second most popular is Zatrian, in which you know that this town, this city, goddamn, frankly a city. It's frankly a city. Is named after a city that's bigger than this microstate over here. That's fun. Which is called Zakel. It's called Zakel. And as you can see, this region over here mostly have Zactrian Orist. This, and this over here, those are primarily Zatrian states. Now, as you noticed earlier, how I mentioned that, notice that Camden, I noted that Camden is kind of a separation from the Orist and the Nomans. And the Nomans basically are the Noman. This is the third most popular branch of it, and this is actually the Noman Orism. Now, there's actually 2 other branches as well. Actually, 3 other branches, that being Potrian Orism and Mitrian Orism, as well as Crononian Orism, which is just takes place in Kra. But I'll explain that further depth in another video. As I've mentioned before. There's also, yeah, that's just really it. Yeah, but this area, basically, like, the Alaskan Orist has most of the people in Orism, which will later on have a lot of racial and religious prejudice to it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be making part 2 very, very soon. So yeah.